Morning everyone, welcome to Bushcraft Outback. Today I'm out here, just the other day I came home and I made myself a little, I guess you'd call it a hobo stove, out of a stainless steel pot, drilled some holes in it, and I got the idea that maybe I'd start preparing for camping season. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Getting your kit ready for camping and things you might need. Now I always go camping with a lighter and matches, but there's certain things that I want when I go out in the wilderness, just resources that I like to have with me. So in just that 1 hour time when I made this pot, I was able to process up some char wood in a can, cooked it, also some char cloth, which came out pretty good. One of the things I didn't really pay that much attention to, and I think I've said in one of my videos that you could use anything for char wood, and some burns good, some doesn't. I've made some really good out of willow, soaking wet willow. But I watched a fellow YouTuber the other day and he talked about punkwood, and I realized that mullein is one of those plants that actually have a lot of punkwood or pith inside. It's spongy, it takes a spark really well, so I thought, why not try it? So part of this experiment was doing just that. I broke up some of this, I put it in my tin, and lo and behold, it really does catch a spark really well. So you're always learning something in bushcraft. But also, by doing what I did, it produced ash. And most of you that watch my videos know that I carry an ash container with me, whether I'm making a fire roll out of cotton, 100% cotton, or anything I want to extend the fire with. Use wood ash. It's fantastic. But I also got my striker, and I'm just basically getting my kit together to try to make a few fires out in the wilderness. So I really didn't get a chance to even try this stuff to see how it works, but it looks pretty good. And I thought I would do an experiment to see if I could use my flint and steel and a little char cloth and see if I can get a spark on this thing. See how it actually works. Now, there's a couple of different methods when you are looks like it's going to be pretty good. You can see that. But it's working pretty good. So we'll see if we can take this to flame. One of the reasons why I like char wood is that char cloth burns up pretty quick. And sometimes you just need a little extra time depending on if your needles are wet. So I'll take a piece of that char wood and I'll drop it in on top as an extender, and now I can take my time. Now I got some more wood ash. It never hurts to have resources. Now with this fire, or my emergency fire, or my first fire, I could make more char wood if I wanted. So I could actually, burnt here, but I could actually take some of this char wood and break it up into small pieces, put it in my tin. And it doesn't hurt to recook your char wood if you want. And I could close that up, throw it back in my fire again, and I've got a resource for my next fire that I know will get me a flame. Now, you saw me with my, I'm not going to talk a lot about this, but you saw me when I struck that. I used my flint and steel and I laid the char cloth on top, and I struck it this way, and it threw the spark on my char cloth. If I was throwing it in a tin, I would do it completely the opposite, and instead of driving the sparks from my striker onto the char cloth, which I could hold with my thumb, the punk wood, I'm not able to do that. It's kind of brittle. So I'd leave it in the tin and strike it down into the tin, and once I got a spark, I could then get my ember, build my fire, and then blow this out, or close the lid on it, and it'll smother it out. So one other thing I wanted to show you is my striker that I have is also dressed up with duct tape. So the duct tape not only acts as a good handle on it, but it also can be peeled off, used as a band-aid if you want. But most of you know that duct tape is still flammable, so you can actually pull it off, tear it into strips, make a little tinder bundle, throw your spark into it, so you're basically carrying a small fire starter right on your hip. So if you haven't yet started making your fire kit, better get busy, because camping season's coming. So until the next video, make sure you keep God first.